every time. And I don't feel like I'm saying it by pause. I have to do it all places all made.
Also, the davar b'shor she'amafta kaides of Torah. That's like no, you have to hear the Haftarah. Now he's going to talk over here about who actually says Haftarah. There was, for example, this was an Ashkenaz shul. Maybe by your father also they had it. They used to have separate little scrolls like Yeshaya, Yirmiyahu, the ones that have Haftarahs from it. So, an ordinary person, you give an aliyah, you can't, there's no liquidus there, it's a different kind of ksav. So, the question is, who says, so usually the Bakaira, the Oiva Torah says the brachos, and the Bakaira is the one that reads it. So, I think he's going to talk about that over here. It says is that, Ikra din, no, the way it should be. Shezeh she'ol l'mafta, hu b'vad yema haftarah. That the one that was called up for that little aliyah, the last few psukim, so he should also say the haftarah. V'atzibar yemru acha b'lachash, and the tzibur should say after him quietly. Umasha nagu שהציבור אומר בכל דום, עם המפתח, אין זה רק מחמוס חסר ידיעה. He's talking, see, by us, there's a lot of people that they don't say anything. And he's talking about the people that say loud. That they like the...
By Hasidus or Pilish, they say loud.
They all say it together.
And he says it quiet.
Yeah. There's also like...
They don't unless by Ksav, like a Sefer Torah.
ונוכן ובטל המנהג. גם יש שעושים שיעס במידס haftarah, שאף אחר שעשיים המפתח haftarah והזכיר הברכות, אין רוצים להפסיק מהמידס haftarah. ויפה הם עושים. שאם אומרים מכל רום, אינם שומעים כל דברים, בסחול ברכות המפתח. Because the mafta is, in other words, people are not waiting. So people are not waiting, they start saying the Haftarah even before the one that got the aliyah finished saying the brachos. Ubam garmim shegam acherim asmuchim lahem einam shaimim. And because of that, some people, this guy is screaming the Haftarah, and this guy is screaming the brachos. So they're not hearing. Bim einam man michem kailam, if they don't go with their voice, ksas b'tchilas habracha. V'kom mokem heim ba'asfam einem shem. Rochen therefore yesh minhag ki miyad sheyishma she'amafta siyam haftarah u'masro habrachos afa pi shadayin loy siyam. This person is still saying the haftarah. The one that got the aliyah is finished already. Yiyah mosun ishtika, so he shouldn't. Now the problem is, he's saying loud, and the one that's going to be oila is saying the brachos loud. So people get mixed up with it. Achi yisayim amavta brachos, v'achakach, and after that yisayim hu amidas haftarah. Then after that, because he's not keeping up with the chazan, with the oila Torah. So when the oila Torah finishes, he's still in the middle. If he's going to say loud, he says that then he'll be interfering with the people that they wouldn't hear the brachos. So what they should do is, if the oila finished and you didn't finish, then stop. Don't say anything. So this way you'll hear the brachas and you wouldn't disturb anybody that's trying to follow. ואחר כך יסיים הוא אמירס הפטרה. גם המפטה יהיה זוהר. Now just like we're giving a message to the one in the tzibur, it's the same thing also. The mafta should also be careful. Shelo haschol amiras abrachas, ad sheyifsa kol ha'amoin harav ugamri.
Wait till the shul gets quiet.
Wait till everything gets quiet. Okay. No, talking about Haftarah, okay, I'll tell you an interesting shayla. This is a shayla that happens in big shuls. The derech kal is in Lubavitch. It's not popular that a bar mitzvah boy should get Haftarah. And even those boys that lay in the parsha, they don't get their aliyah. Either they got their aliyah, well, then it's different. But if they're going to get their aliyah in the afternoon by mincha, but they're already gedolim, so they're gaining. Okay, in the Welt, it's just the opposite. A bar mitzvah boy gets the mafta. When they prepare him for part of the package is the speech and the maimer and the parsha. That's a full slate, so to say. And in many shuls in the Welt, a boy who's becoming bar mitzvah, say Tuesday, gets the mafta from Shabbos before, even though he's not bar mitzvah yet, because mafta you can give it to a boy who's becoming bar mitzvah.
Certain ones.
That's popular in many of the big shuls.
Today they do that.
Yeah. So now there's a shayla. You have a big shul, right? You have two boys that became bar mitzvah on the same Shabbos, and they both, they worked on the mafta, and everyone wants to hear them sing the mafta. So what do you do? How do you work on such a Shabbos? So some want to say that you make a duo, that the two boys say together the mafta. The brachas. Okay, so there's also a problem because can't. Huh?
People make brachas together.
Well, simple study is an exception. You can't bring it ayahs from simple study. That's an exception. But the problem is, the Gemara says trei kol ilay mishtama. That two
Be the same problem like over here with this.
So trei kol ilay mishtama. So you can't have the two of them say it together, even though the Gemara says by a davar chovav, you do hear because you want to hear it. You're so eager to hear it that you will distinguish the two people that they're saying. But the question is this considered? Is it really just a davar chovav for everybody in the shul? Okay, the immediate family, each family wants to hear their relative, but the rest of the shul, wouldn't be able to hear. So that's not a solution. So how do you work it? So this question was raised to the Moshe Feinstein in Ibris Moshe, and he says the following solution. Interesting chap. He says that this. First, the Balkaira reads the Parsha. And then, when he comes to Mafta, 10 people should walk out of the shul. And B'mela, they didn't hear the Mafta. Then he calls up Bar Mitzvah number 1, and he gets the Mafta, and he says Haftarah. And leave the Sefer Torah laying over there. Usually, when you do the Mafta, it's already after Hag B'Glila, right? So he says, no, leave the Sefer Torah laying over there, don't do Hag B'Glila. After this boy finished his Haftarah with the brachas, let the 10 come back. These 10 are a minion that they didn't hear Mafta. So B'mela,
Laying it again.
you lay in the Mafta. and you lay in the mafta and let him say, call him up, and let him say the Torah, then do Hagla Galila and put back the Sefer Torah. Now, question is, why does he say that you should leave the Sefer Torah there and not do Hagla Galila and let the tent come back and Sefer Torah is laying on the table, even though they finished already the mafta, they finished the Torah, and why don't we do Hagla and take out the Sefer Torah?
You didn't put it back yet.
You didn't put it back, right?
So you would put it back. You
Put
would
it back on the table and open it again.
So he says, because you can't take out a Sefer Torah just to read Mafta. Okay? So so if the Sefer Torah is laying on the table over there, so you're not taking out special. So maybe you could say the Mafta and say the Torah. So, and then later, you do the Hagla Galila and put back the Sefer Torah. That's the solution he got. I don't know if every shul was following this advice, but somebody your father there said Shabbos that they had two bar mitzvahs.
I don't remember the people walking in and out, but they did something like that.
Yeah.
I heard a story that in the Satam in the big shul, there were two balabatim. One, two families that were kosher people. And I guess they supported them. And they, one was a chus and they had this oshruf and the other was a bar mitzvah. So who's going to have mafter? They went to the Satam Rebbe and told the Shiloh. And he said, the fair is out there.
Right.
That doesn't give the answer. You don't know which one is out there. Could be the bar mitzvah boy.
Nuchi Gross.
Yeah.
Elia Gross.